Hello, students of ethics. Welcome to another video discussion to one of our topics for this subject. For this video, we shall concern ourselves with understanding dilemmas, or more specifically, moral dilemmas, as we go along our study of morality. Dilemmas can be defined as a situation where a person feels a stronger emotion and feels bothered by it. Dilemmas, therefore, are situations signaled by strong feelings of being bothered or nababagabag in Filipino. Moral dilemmas forces the moral agent to come up with an objective solution backed up by universally accepted truths and values to be able to come up with a morally acceptable solution. It also makes one question, why do I feel bothered by this? In defining moral dilemmas, these are those experiences where the agent is confused about doing the right thing to make because there are several competing values that are seemingly equally important and urgent. To answer our question earlier on why do we feel bothered on moral situations or moral dilemmas, it is because we already formed our basic morality influenced by our society and other factors such as learning what is right from what is wrong. With that said, you might ask yourself, are feelings involved in studying ethics? Well, the answer is twofold. It's a yes and a no. Yes, feelings sometimes are involved in ethics because it is through our feelings that we can detect that something is not right. Strong feelings such as guilt, remorse, or indignation signals the presence of a moral dilemma. Although all of us share in our experiences to feelings, not all of us understand the feeling behind the dilemma. A person could be conditioned or brought up in such a way that he does not relate to any feelings because he has become indifferent or walang pakialam. So whatever is worrisome or nakakabagabag no longer is a dilemma. For example, a cancer patient who has been suffering from the disease for 10 years requested his doctor for a DNR form or a do not resuscitate consent form. The patient feels his life for the past 10 years has been a suffering not only to him but also to his family since they can no longer support the medical needs of the patient. The patient asked his doctor to just go with the doctor assisted suicide to end his pain and to put his family at ease, especially on their financial problems brought about by years of treatment and medication. The doctor told his patient that he can do something about the patient's cancer if the patient only agrees. Yet the patient insisted and went over the doctor's back and have the consent forms legalized and brought to the hospital's administrators. The doctor is now faced with a dilemma whether he continue to save his patient's life or to grant the patient's wishes to die. As a doctor, one's primary duty is to protect and save the lives of his patients. However, as the Code of Ethics for Doctors would mandate, doctors are also bound to respect the wishes of the patients in deciding for themselves and for their lives. So, how do we solve moral dilemmas? Is there even a solution to these kinds of situations? If moral dilemmas involve feelings and we know our feelings are most of the time subjective and fallible, what could be our best course of action that we may arrive at the most moral solution? The answer would be reason and impartiality. But why reason and impartiality? We can understand why by first defining what is reason and what is impartiality. Reason is defined as a faculty of the mind that forces us to deeply think. It is the purpose of reason to provide the moral agent a rather objective and clear solution to moral issues. If we consult only our feelings and emotions, leaving reason behind, our solution ultimately yields to a more complex situation without having a resolution to the issue. Impartiality, or being partial on the other hand, simply means being unbiased. This must be used together with our reason because by being able to think deeply and be more objective, then we can see the bigger picture and see that the situation does not concern only us, but other people as well. By being impartial, we can address the issue by stepping back without putting our biases in making the decision. Whenever you find yourself in a situation where you need to choose between two important things, go back to the values you believe in and use it as your basis in deciding for moral dilemmas. Now, the next time you encounter a moral dilemma, think about this. Thinking deeply makes us objective and it forces us to be fair in deciding moral dilemmas. That's all for today's topic. Thank you, and I will see you on our next discussion. Bye!